Khalil, front right here.
What up?
What's up, man? The last time we got to talk to you in a setting like this was that open workout, and we were asking you about the fight, and you kept saying, you're still in camp. You still you weren't thinking kind of that far ahead. But now that fight week is here, and you've had to do media for the last couple of days. I guess, what do you think of the fight against Jiri and just Jiri as an opponent?
Big fight. Big fight. Strong competitor. Great matchup. Exciting matchup.
Succinct. Your fight against Alex, you had him scouted out pretty well, and then Jamal, I know you were kind of going in there maybe a little limited, but it seemed like you had him scouted out well too. I guess the narrative surrounding Jiri amongst fans and probably a lot of us is he seems very unpredictable in there. So I guess when you're watching him fight, is he that unpredictable, or when you're kind of breaking him down, do you see kind of methods to the madness of fight facing Jiri?
In short, I see methods to the madness, but it doesn't take away the fact that, yeah, he can be very unpredictable.
How does it feel to be able to fight on a pay-per-view here in Las Vegas? I know the last few times you fought here, it's always been like Apex cards.
Yeah, it's interesting, definitely. Especially from, fighting at the Apex multiple times in a row. And now I'm here fighting in front of the, local crowd. It's going to be cool. Yeah, I'm excited to, to feel the energy that night.
We spoke to your coach a couple weeks ago, and then you said something similar where you said you both felt like this was the best camp you've had together leading up to this. So I guess what was different about this camp compared to your previous camps that was just the best, like you said?
I'd say that's just constant progress, right? Like I haven't let my foot off the gas since my first fight in the Apex. It's just been constant progression. Every camp, I just do my best to get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. So with that, I'd hope that this camp would be the best one, you know what I mean? And not one in the past be better. You get what I mean? So I think that's all it is just consistency and effort.
How's it been able to be peaking with Merab at the same time in camp, just watching his preparation for his title fight?
Oh, it's been interesting. Yeah, Merab is a different animal. Sometimes I watch Merab and I just really don't understand where the energy comes from. I'm like, I just watched you do 6 rounds yesterday. How the hell are you here doing 6 more the next day and still able to go out and do everything that he does? So like the guy's a massive ball of energy. It's pretty inspiring to be around, honestly. Because there's just not many that are like Merab.
I think I saw a video on your YouTube channel where you said you like watching people train because you can always take he throws maybe a leg kick differently or he hits pads differently. Like, what are you taking away from Merab, or is it just kind of like an energy thing from just being around him?
I like Merab's adaptability, man. Like, he has a great ability to adapt in the cage and if one style is not necessarily working for him, then he'll mix it up and do something that's a little bit more effective. And his approach. So it's been great, yeah.
And then just last one for me. When we spoke with John, he said that he can't imagine a world this goes to the judges' scorecards. And if it does, it's going to have eyeballs hanging out, broken limbs, and everything. So is that kind of what you're expecting against Jiri, too? Just kind of like an all-out kind of violent fight in there?
I hope not. I'm ready for whatever. Honestly, everything right now is lighthearted, everything, but I'm prepared for whatever. I think that after that Alex fight, I proved to myself how far I can go and how far I'm willing to go if the fight goes there. You get what I mean? But Am I praying for this violent, bloody match? Absolutely not. That's yeah. So if it goes there, it goes there. Can it go there? Absolutely. And I'm prepared. Absolutely.
Is it weird when we ask questions like that?
Yeah, 100%.
You're like, hey man, why are you trying to put this out there?
No, I think it's just you guys ask questions that I don't necessarily think about. So answering them on the spot, sometimes it's yeah. But All good, all good. Yeah.
Here, Khalil. Another one to put you on the spot a little bit. You enter this fight tied for the most knockdowns landed in light heavyweight history with Chuck Liddell and Shogun Rua. Shogun hasn't got one since December 2018. Chuck Liddell's last UFC knockdown was in 2006, so that record has stood for a very long time. If you got knocked down in this fight, get to 15, what would that mean to you to be the record holder in this division?
Oh, it would be amazing. I love that. You know, like when I heard the first time that I was like, I think I was like right behind Chuck, and I think the knockdown against Jamal or something like that kind of helped the numbers go up. I thought it was cool to be mentioned amongst a Shogun Rua and a Chuck Liddell, and then to like, you know, even surpass that. That would be great. That would be something that that I'd be proud of, and yeah, it would mean a lot to me.
It's probably like a better post-career question, but to sit here now and be in there with some of the greatest strikers, not only in this division's history, but the entire sport, can you even like put yourself in the shoes of what that means to you?
I would say now that you brought it up, I'm gonna digest it and really take it in and appreciate it, because it is a cool thing. It's a good thing, and oftentimes I can get so caught up on other stuff and being so focused on fighting, you know what I mean? So thank you for actually bringing that up, because today I'm gonna hold that and make sure that you know, that I can walk away with something that I can be proud of today. Yeah.
What did you think of the fight between Carlos Alberg and Dominic Reyes?
Oh, great performance. Yeah, absolutely. Man, what a knockout for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he did what he needed to do. Carlos, it sounds like he's coming here. He's going to be cage side. Does this up the stakes of what you and Jiri need to do there if you're looking to make this win one that leads you into a title fight?
No, man. I'm focused on what I need to do. Whoever's in the crowd, front row, back row, behind stage, I can't focus on that. So I've got a job to do, and that's what's going to happen.
Khalil over here. You've obviously had a very inspiring journey. You were a 300-pound teenager, and you overcame so much to get here. What part of that journey do you think people misunderstand the most?
I think based off of like messages and responses and things that I've gotten from people, I think that there's like a misconception that like now I have the answers and that I can help. You know what I mean? Like I get so many messages from people asking me, what's the solution? I'm getting into MMA. What advice would you give me? All this. And like, as bad as I want to help, I really don't have the answers. Like, I'm still on a journey myself. The only thing that I can really do is lead by example. And, you know, whether it's the things that I say or if I post on my YouTube or like whatever, you know, whatever I share authentically, hopefully it continues to, you know, kind of give people that like guiding light, you know, but like to have like solid answers, because that's where I come from and this is where I am now. I really don't have them, especially because all of our lives and circumstances are so much different. So, you know, if that answers your question, like the biggest misconception is that, you know, I have the solution. I really don't. I'm figuring it out still.
Appreciate the honesty. So what are you currently working on right now for your mental and physical health, since we're all a work in progress?
I think balance is really hard to achieve. You know, balance comes in, you know, balance like in different ways, you know, whether it's like anger and sensitivity or like fun and work, you know, just like within relationships, within career, within, you know, food, just all that stuff. I've been really trying to find like a healthy balance. And it's been working. Like, I feel like I'm on a good track right now, just based off of how I feel physically. The mental ups and downs are not as steep right now, and I would say that that's kind of the place I'm in. Is I've experienced a lot of highs, I've experienced a lot of lows. I'm still me, so they're still there internally, emotionally, and I'm just really trying to figure out how to kind of like even out the wave versus like this, like the extremes, because I can be very extreme, and just really trying to like, you know, stay within that middle ground of balance.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Khalil,
Yep.
straight up.
Hey.
To follow up on that a little bit, you were featured in GQ talking about
Yeah.
masculinity and just what it means to you, here in 2025. Just wondering, one, it was a very enlightening article, but two, did you get some more feedback? Because obviously that reaches a ton of people not in the whole UFC MMA bubble, and just what feedback did you receive from people who read it?
I received some good feedback, yeah, from some mentors, from some other men in my life where were like, oh man, that's really cool. Like I would have never known that had I not, read the article. I think it was a good chance for me to open up on a different platform, because I don't think that UFC fans necessarily care too much about, a lot of the stuff that I have to say. I hear sometimes, I read sometimes that maybe I'm too emotional or this and that, and I understand that it's like, no, it's just not maybe the right audience. You get what I mean? Like, most UFC fans are, they want to watch us fight. They want to see, kind of full masculinity. If we looked at it on a spectrum, they want to see full masculine. So the GQ article was nice to kind of reach out and share, who I am and what I believe and what I think with a broader audience. And it was cool. Definitely like a bucket list thing as a man to be, featured in GQ. And yeah, it was really cool. And I can't wait to do more. Yeah.
I asked this one a little bit for your reaction. In the event that this fight with you and Jiri does turn into a bloody battle, what is the plan for your skincare routine? Because we've learned that it is a very big part of your life through the embeddeds and all that.
Dude, honestly, I have no idea what the plan will be after that. I mean, it's probably going to be plastic surgery, dude. I don't think that there's enough serums and, and oils and stuff that are really going to, fix big scars. So, I don't know. I'll answer that after. Hopefully, I'm not in that state.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Khalil, right here.
Yo.
I have maybe stupid questions, but watching the embedded before the fight, UFC made a vlog, and I seen you were playing with the cats.
Yeah.
Does it help you out to like be more relaxed before the fight? Do they really help? You have 3 cats, I believe?
Yeah, I have 3 cats. 2 of them we brought over from Thailand. During COVID, I was in Thailand, and my wife and I adopted 2 cats and brought them over. And then on my birthday 2 years ago, I went and adopted another one. So the collection is growing.
Nice.
But yeah, I have a deep connection with my cats, man. They're so sweet. When I get home, it's different than like a dog energy, right? Like you get home and the dogs are like fired up, take me for a walk. But versus like when I get home and I plop on the couch from a hard day of training, my cats will just come like lay on my head or, just do all these things. So it's a great balance from working hard in the gym, loud sounds, pads cracking, sweating, bloody, blah, blah. I come home and then, I got my wife and 3 cats. It's like home is a very peaceful place. Yeah.
Quick
Yo.
one for Khalil. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah.
Speaking of balance, we've seen you main event with Jamal. We've seen you fight for the belt in Utah with Alex. A little bit of maybe about, is it a good thing to downshift, home field advantage, 3-round fight? Does that kind of tweak things a little bit in a positive?
I think that, so if we're like speaking about balance, this has been such a contrast to the Baku fight against Jamal, because for one, we traveled very, very far to get there. And once we got there, I mean, fans in the airport, fans everywhere. The fan energy was through the roof for 2 weeks straight because I was there for a really long time. What else? Everything was new for me. I'd never been to Baku before. There were so many new things to experience, new food, new culture, everything. So the excitement, everything was like really high. It was at the peak. And now that I'm home, everything's been same routine every day. You know what I mean? Like, there's no fans walking the streets looking for UFC fighters, all of that. So, I mean, to have this like crazy excitement of Baku and crazy energy to like now I'm at home and it's very like mellow, you know, super mellow. So when I talk about balance, I'm trying to, because of the contrast, it's I'm like, I want to feel excited, but I'm at home, it's mellow. So how do I hype myself up, you know? But overall, it's good, and I think on Saturday night, we've got no choice but to feel the energy. I feel like T-Mobile Arena is going to be electric that night.
Thank you, sir. Good luck on that balance. And
Thank
good luck
you.
Saturday.
All set. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.